What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to some more F1 25 driver career mode for the Austrian Grand Prix reverse of Season 3. But if you missed last episode at Canada, the return of Canada, we got our best result, or our joint best result of the season, with a P2, only beaten out by the McLaren of Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris's awful result in P8, and Leclerc's good result in P3 with the fastest lap netted him, well, fastest lap doesn't really matter now, does it? But netted him the overtake of Norris in the driver's standing. So Leclerc is now at 95 points, 8 points ahead of Lando Norris. We're still in P4, still in the championship fight, to be quite honest, but pretty far away. We do need to start bringing some better results. But Canada was a really good start, of course. So Canada's always been a strong circuit for us. We've never won there, but I think it's only a matter of time that we do. Maybe even next season. Fingers crossed we have a better car, but yeah, now it's time for Austria Reverse, which we did for the first time back in Season 2. And we actually got a P2 in the Aston Martin in that particular season. With the V-Carb, the season before that, we actually got a P2 as well. Although we could have actually won that race, but it just so happened that Max Verstappen was in P1. And us, part of the Red Bull family, of course, I was going to let him win that race. So I can't really remember the Austrian reverse too well. I think if I remember rightly, who actually won that? It was Leclerc. Yeah, I remember right. Leclerc was like really far away. We had no chance. Hopefully history does not repeat itself this time. I could really use a good result. And with the field a bit closer together, and Austria being a pretty basic track, it looks as though we might be able to do that. We will be replacing the ICE after practice. I'm not going to waste the new engine on practice, of course, and in terms of everything else, I think we're actually going to start improving the aero again, because this might actually help us, like with the turning of the car and stuff. We'll see. I definitely want to try anyway. So yeah, we are falling down a little bit in the aerodynamics part of the field, so yeah, if that can help with overall downforce in this absolute boat of a car, then I am absolutely going to do it. So yeah, let's have a look at all these goals that are available. First of all, I am going to get the stream up on my phone. Hopefully the stream is up. Sometimes it does this thing where it lets me like stream, I can see the camera and everything, and for some reason it's actually not live. I don't know how that occurs, but you know, we're fine. We are live, so that's good. My hair is a total mess as usual, but I don't care. Alright, that's easy, because that bug is still there. Power unit consultant, what does this guy want? Finish in a better position than our teammate. Yeah, Yuki is just not performing well, so that one's pretty easy. This one is, yeah, complete 16 laps, cool. And then this one is perfect 2 practice programs. We'll do that. Okay. Alright, let's time to head over, it is time, sorry, to head over to Austria. McLaren have had another upgrade removed from the car. They are still the best team on the field, and that, I think that just goes to show just how good they were by the end of last season. So, yeah, McLaren, they were Constructors' champions by the end of the season. Ferrari kept stumbling over themselves, and Fernando Alonso wasn't getting good enough results. So McLaren, they made it look easy by the end of the standings, but it was pretty close up until Abu Dhabi. Looking at the conditions, though, oh my, mixed conditions for the race. We've got wet conditions in practice too. Found your Ratchet & Clank Size Matters video review today. Great content. Oh man, that was like nearly a year ago now. That's how long it's been since I've done a review of that magnitude. But thank you so much, man. Thank you. I really did love that game. Absolutely. I recently played through it on challenge mode as well. Looks like it's going to be mostly wet in the race. So, oof. Okay, looks like I think we'll definitely go into FP2 just to have a little drive around to try and figure out what our setup should be. But we'll do FP1 first. What have we got? Track acclimatization, fuel management, and race strategy. Okay, so we'll do track acclimatization in FP1, and then we'll do our race strategy in FP2. I think that would be a good idea. Either way, let's actually have a look at the R&D tree first. We've got a major chassis upgrade in development coming for the 5th of July and a major upgrade for the durability. Hopefully that comes for Silverstone. We'll see. But look at this now. Williams within touching distance. Williams, Haas and ourselves all within touching distance of McLaren. Now McLaren finally seemingly having a major upgrade removed. So that's going to make things really interesting. Ferrari are really low down. Mercedes are the second worst team on the grid, apparently. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's getting really, really interesting now. So, yeah, without further ado, let's jump into FP1, get some track acclimatization down, and, yeah, learn the track.
Hello and welcome along to the Red Bull Ring. It's practice time here in Austria, and the hills are about to become alive with the sound of Formula One engines.
Oh, yeah. Well, McLaren won't be looking as strong this weekend as they have been all season, so I am very, very interested to see how things turn out. Anyway, let's do a little bit of setup.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Okay. Alright, I think we're good. We might have to, like, turn the aero up, like, put some more downforce on, to be able to coordinate ourselves in the rain. Won't need to do too much, I don't think. Anyway, let's get out there.
Okay, track's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone.
I wonder if we'll be getting any more reverse tracks in the F1 26 DLC. I'm excited. I know we're getting Madrid, which doesn't really look like a good track at all. And to be fair, the video game is pretty good, especially in this one, at replicating what happens in real life, i.e. Japan is not a very fun track anymore on this game, just like it isn't a very fun track in real life, so yeah. We'll see how Madrid is. I don't know if we'll see the Madrid Grand Prix in real life before the F1 26 DLC. Probably not. You know, it's only a DLC this time round. It's not like a full, complete game, so it'll be interesting to see how early they can put it out. Usually we get it around, like, Monaco weekend. But we might get it even earlier than that this year. The car doesn't feel too bad so far. This is only the outlet, to be fair. Let's have a look at our engine conditions as well. We do need to replace the ICE. Honestly though, since it will be wet in the race, we might not even need it as much. So I might actually keep the worn ICE in and save the fresh one for Silverstone. I think that might be a good idea. I mean, it might impact us in qualifying negatively, but in the full race that won't matter, will it? Since, you know, we've got really wet conditions, so power won't really matter as much at all, which is kind of a good sign. And the cars will be a lot slower, so I don't know. We'll see. The car feels really good around Austria right now, I won't lie. This is the best the car has felt all season. Why is my hair doing that weird thing again? So weird. Look at that, it just loves to stick out for some reason. Oh well. I should probably comb it, to be fair.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I don't really look in the mirror all that much, unless I'm like going out or something. So...
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Not many people out on track right now. Maybe they know of the wet conditions as well and they've decided it's not really worth practicing all that much in the dry. I don't know, but that is basically our FP1 done.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to give my hair a bit of a comb. Well, particularly that side anyway. I don't know, it's quite annoying. Okay, I don't know if that will help at all. Maybe that's just how my hair is. Okay, yeah, I think that is basically us done with practice. There's really no point. At least with FP1 anyway. So, let's skip ahead over to the wet FP2, where we'll get a proper representation of whatever. Yuki set a really good lap though, P3, ahead of us. But yeah, we'll have a better representation of what the race might be like in FP2. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then we'll do quick practice for FP3 to do fuel management, because I don't care too much about that. Right, is it raining already?
It's in these unpredictable conditions.
Okay, yeah, we're taking intermediates. Okay, let's... Honestly, the aero felt really good in the dry. We'll see how it feels, like leaving it as is.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Alright, when was the last time we were on wets? It might have been around this time last season. Spa, I think? It may have been Spa. Don't think we had rain this season. Or did we? I seem to... Something in my brain is telling me we had it in China. I don't remember though. I think it was. I reckon it was in China. But that might have been season 1. So... I'm really unsure. Yeah, it feels more than fine. Okay, I don't think we'll have to touch the downforce at all. I mean, if it is really bad, we can always switch the front on the fly for the pit stop. So, it's not really that bad. I don't want to sacrifice too much because, again, it will definitely impact quali. Alright, here we go. 5 laps on the inters. The full race might even be in the rain, who knows? It goes dry towards the end though, so probably inters. Really good turn there. Yeah, the car feels pretty good. Lose a lot of time in sector 2, but that's to be expected. It's not really counting my sectors right now, so I don't know if it's purple or not. Well, it is, but it's not showing me for some reason, which is odd.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
Well, the laps are only getting better. They're definitely getting better. Yeah, I keep setting purples. I don't know if that means the track's drying or what. The tyres aren't really wearing out very quick. And I'm definitely using no ERS like I was in the first lap, so it must be drying. There's another purple. Even Yuki's doing well. It is only practice though. But the Aston seems to be pretty good round here. We finally found a track where the Aston is actually feeling good. Very odd if so, considering it's been a complete boat all season. Yeah, I don't think we'll replace the ICE after all. It is 46% right now, but I think we'll save the new one for Silverstone.
Programme complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
They just keep going up. Why did you replace Alonso? What do you mean, why did I replace Alonso? It's not up to me. That's the game. That's not my fault. The only thing I seem to have dictated was swapping with Stroll. That was it, really. You think I want to replace my favourite driver? I love Alonso. I mean, of all the drivers they could have replaced him with, I like that it was Yuki, though, because I like Yuki as well, but it's not up to me. Driver changes are not up to me. I'm playing on console. I can't mod or anything, so I'm not modding driver changes, and I don't even think you can do that on PC anyway. Not on these newer ones. Alonso's not retired or anything, he just left. He's still in the driver ratings thing, and so is Hamilton, who's also not on the grid. But yeah, I wish I could still have Alonso, but I'll take Tsunoda. Makes sense as well, because Aston Martin Honda, or at least, you know, in the year that we're in, 2027, in this alternate universe, Honda would have joined Aston Martin already, and it makes total sense that Yuki's at Aston. They really should do that in real life. Look how much quicker we're getting. Yeah, it is definitely drying.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hamilton, personally. Don't really like him very much. Yeah, these lap times just keep getting quicker. We've got one more lap left in us. It might be the fuel load just keeps going down and then we just keep going quicker. Because I'm not exactly doing anything better, and yet we're going like 4 tenths quicker, nearly 5 tenths quicker there. Track evolution could be playing a role as well. No. And I really hope not. I don't think he will. I think Leclerc will completely outclass him. Verstappen, your favourite? Hey, Verstappen's in my, like, top 3. I really like Verstappen, so... He was the real champion last season. I don't think Lando deserved it, and Piastri didn't either. They both completely bottled it. Verstappen should never have been that close to the championship. Not with that car. Speaking of Verstappen, there he is ahead of us in the Ferrari. And it's now, yeah, low fuel mode. Literally as we cross the line, so... When we're still going quicker. It is time for us to pit, though.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
He was come back of a decade in a tractor. Yeah, that Red Bull's a total handful to drive. I'm sad that they've already kicked Tsunoda out, though, because 2026 is like a fresh start. They're not going off of any like evolution of the car or anything like they were last season. I feel like Tsunoda deserved a second chance. Or at least a proper go, anyway. In 2026, but... You know, it's a shame. Not that Hajar doesn't deserve the seat, right? But... I don't know, man. Hopefully we can see Tsunoda back in some form. Soon. Certainly good enough for Formula 1, you know? Aston Martin really need to sign him. Get rid of Stroll. Get rid of Stroll and put Tsunoda in that seat. Anyway, that was a really good practice session. I mean, I didn't have to do much more than 5 laps, but I was really curious to see how much quicker we were going, and I was enjoying it anyway. So I'm actually looking forward to the race. If we can show that pace in the race that we did here, that could be a win. That could be our first win of the season as the reigning champion. Again, we are still in the championship fight. We are having somewhat consistent results. Besides Spain. Stroll owns the team, that's not happening. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, if they want Lance to win a championship so bad, why don't they just send him to WEC?
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current
definitely
conditions.
win Summit there, surely. Lance isn't a bad driver, he's just... I wouldn't say he's top 20 in the world, you know? Formula One's supposed to be like top 20 drivers, the pinnacle of the sport, you know? Lance is okay, but I wouldn't put him anywhere near the top 20. There are so many drivers that have been passed up in favour of Lance. Alright, anyway, that's that done. So we'll do a quick practice in FP3 just to get the rest of the R&D points.
Sadly, it's time
but
to
we
say
finished
goodbye
top
as
of that.
free
Nobody
practice is over.
caught us.
However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
I think Yuki ended up pitting. A 116.2. Yeah, and it just kept going faster and faster and faster. I mean, we could look at the race director right now. Stroll was good in his early days, he just fell off a bit. He still shows sparks of it. Yeah, look at how much quicker we were going, like, Jesus. At first it was kind of consistent, right? And then we ended up jumping up by by 5 tenths. And then another 5 tenths. And then another 5 tenths. Crazy. Every couple of laps it was jumping up. How was Yuki doing in his lap times? I guarantee he stopped a lot earlier. Oh no, he did like 7 laps. And he was pretty consistently in the 116s. So I don't know about that. Yeah, here's a massive jump. Alright. Hopefully that means we can win then. I've not changed the difficulty at all. We're still at 104. So that is just genuine pace. The car is not a boat around this particular track. So that's really, really good. And to prove I'm still at 104. There you go. We're still there. So the car is just good here. Somehow. Okay, quick practice. Let's go. Get that out real quick. There you go. Easy. Boom. Okay, I'm not going to fit in a new ICE. There's no point. We're in the rain anyway, so the power's not going to be used nearly as much. And we seem to be pretty quick anyway, so I think we can just save it. Save the fresh one for next episode, which is more important anyway, because it's the home Grand Prix, not just for the team, but for myself. I guess you just got more used to the track and everything you did just kept getting more and more refined. I wasn't feeling that, to be honest. I was driving the exact same way the whole time. But I noticed that in the slower corners I was getting more grip as we went on, especially in places like Turn 1. Turn 1 especially was quite easy. Didn't have to slow the car down as much, neither. So the grip definitely went up. You could tell in the other AI drivers as well, like they were swapping positions with each lap, so it wasn't just me. Alright then, so let's see what we can do in terms of R&D. I've already said I want to get a new aero part, but I don't think we're able to get anything just yet. No, okay. Chassis I could leave for a while, so I do want to improve the aero just to make the car steer a lot better. Yeah, we'll see, bro, we'll see. So I haven't needed to change the setup at all. So we should be fine for quali. And then the race, as you can see here, is mostly intermediate conditions. But it looks as though we might be pitting onto dries at the end. Perhaps in the last maybe 7 laps or something. Whether or not it will be worth pitting by then is a whole other story. We'll see. But in a track like Austria, I don't think so, right? It's mostly straight lines, other than the one section in Sector 3, or in this case, Sector 1, right? I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to the race, but it's quali. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Practice, we looked pretty quick.
High up in the mountains
So,
here at
let's
Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
5 viewers watching right now. Thank you very much, by the way. Validating my decision to switch from the recorded and edited series that we did for 2 seasons to live streaming. It's getting the most views on the channel currently, so, you know, which is great, because I want to keep doing this. But if I wasn't getting any views at all, then obviously I'd end the series. Well, I wouldn't, actually. I still want to do one more season after this, and then we'll see, right? Because I've still got my team to play. I want to at least do one season of my team, but I really want to see, like, when the F1 26 DLC is coming out first. But the good thing about live streaming this is we can do these, like, every day, and so I can get this season and then Season 4 out as well. Hopefully before the season even starts, right? So I don't know if we'll be able to get Season 4 out. We might be able to get it started before the in real life season starts. So I'm assuming the DLC might come out around the same time as the game usually does, but since it's a DLC, it might come out earlier, you know? So I guess we'll see. I think it came out May last year, F1 25, so we could be looking at an April release for the DLC, which is more than enough time, maybe even a March, and even that might be more than enough time for, you know, any sort of series that I want to do. Because again, I've only done one episode of my team, all the new features and stuff, and I just haven't done anything with it.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the
7
track.
viewers, what's up guys? And this will be our last season with Aston Martin, by the way, so you'll see me with a new team next season. I don't know who that is. We'll see if we get any secret meetings, and even then, you know, we'll see what teams are showing by the end of the season. But so far, we started at VCarb, and then we went to Aston Martin, won a championship with them for the 2026 regulations, whatever, in our universe, and now we're in our 2nd season. You ever thought about playing online servers, or do you just not, do you just do career? I've done a whole ranked series, but I don't really care for league racing. I'm gonna have to get out of the way of some of these cars. I usually play ranked every year. We won't be doing it this year because it's not going to be a new game. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how they treat F1 World, right? Like, we might still get, like, an F1... And we'll see how they do, like, the handling and stuff. So we might still get, like, an F1 26 version of all the cars. And it's, like, completely new handling and the UI change. And it might feel actually like a new game. So maybe then I'll still play ranked. But, yeah, we usually play ranked. I get to Elite. We get to Elite, and then I end it there. And then I usually, like, if I play any offline servers, it's usually alone. But towards the end of the year, I think I might do
P13.
some open lobbies, perhaps. I don't know, I just never really have enough viewers, so, you know, we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, so it is a DLC. It's not going to be a new game, but I think they did say that they wanted to replicate the season as much as they possibly could. Leclerc, get off the racing line. Look at this bum! What is wrong with you, man? Get off the racing line. I don't think we used enough ERS that lap, but Yeah, nearly 3/10 down, even on Sonoda. So, I had a rough start because I was trying to get out the way of Leclerc.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
But Sonoda's looking quick, which that means the Aston is actually really good around this particular track. That's awesome. That is honestly awesome. So we're looking at perhaps a big points haul. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they'll do the F126 DLC. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully it's not too expensive as well, you know?
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I feel like they'll put it out for like £35, something like that, right? They're not going to put it out for £70 like full price. But I am really, really excited. But with the cars feeling as different as they will be, maybe we'll have like the same issues where, I don't know, maybe the AI won't be as good. I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I am going to miss being able to play the closed betas though, I won't lie. That's honestly like a big event for me every year. I love playing the closed betas. I remember F124 beta was like absolutely dreadful. And F125 wasn't much better, to be fair, but the thing with the betas is that they're equal performance. So I guess what really matters in the betas is like how the cars actually feel. And this was like leagues better. I think there was too much understeer. Oh, and driving in the rain was awful, genuinely terrible for a good 6 months. Actually, so even after the game came out, because nobody was playing races in the wet, so nobody fucking reported it. It was like me and a handful of other people in the forum. It was crazy how long they left it for. We actually got really lucky in this career mode in season 1 to have barely any like wet condition races. I think we had Miami on the Inters, and that was about it. And we'd qualified high enough to be able to defend pretty well, but it was bad. It was really bad. Obviously, it's improved now, hence why, you know, we were so good in practice against the other cars. So, you know. Right, we really need to lock in for this last lap. And hopefully have a lot more space to do so as well. Hopefully Sonoda doesn't go out too early. These guys definitely have. Don't jinx, it might rain again. Oh, it will be raining in the race for this one. Not quali though. Why is Albon gone out so early? Okay. There goes Sonoda. Let's make sure we've got everything. Fuel load. Yep. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Alright. I'm going to be kicking myself if we don't have a good lap here. We've had really, really consistent laps all day. No mistakes at all. Other than that one time we got caught on the curb, but that's it, right? So I'm going to be kicking myself in the one lap that matters, and we fuck it up. Can't be doing that. We should probably start catching up to the rest of the grid as well. Oh, they're not too far away, actually.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Right on the cusp of what? There's only one quali session, bro. Honestly, it would be really, really cool if they tried to do like a one-shot quali. Well, not a one-shot quali, but like a one-session qualifying. Just to see what happens. Tighten those lines. Hey, it's only an outlap right now. Okay. 48% on the ICE. It won't matter in terms of the race, and I don't think it will matter much here. Right, a lot quicker this time, so we're immediately going to make up some time. At least we should do. That's a mistake. I think we'll be fine though. I didn't have as much grip as I would have liked. But that's the hard part done anyway. Lando Norris with a 102.7. Yeah, we ran out of ERS. But that might be a good enough improvement. 11th! What the fuck? I felt like I did absolutely nothing wrong in that lap. Other than maybe... we might have lost a bit of time in Sector 1, but... So much for P11. Look at how close it was, actually. Oh my god. That was a really good lap from us, and that minor mistake in Sector 1 cost us. That's how good we could have been. Look at Yuki in P6. I wonder how much time we actually lost in Sector 1. I jinxed it, man. I jinxed it. I said... We've made barely any mistakes in any of the laps, and then the one lap that actually fucking matters, we make that mistake. P11 is where we're at now. Jesus. Well, there's no do-overs. Oh, man. We can still get a good result, though. Like, the car felt absolutely fantastic, especially in the rain, so we can still get a really good result out of this. It's really not a big deal. And, honestly, we could put a lower fuel load, perhaps, as well. Because it's in the rain, I'm guessing, right? Because we're using less power overall. That's my guess. Let's go, though. Let's go. P11's not the worst. We can make up a lot. Austria is very, very easy for overtakes in the game, anyway. So, it won't be horrible. And I don't think the AI get as much of an advantage on the Inters. I really don't know. Pull a Verstappen and drag it to podium. We'll see. I mean, there could be a safety car. Obviously, it's dry near the end of the race, so does that mean we'll have to pit on to dries at some point? Or can we drag the Inters all the way to the end? Obviously, we won't be able to use it for the whole race, so if we're starting on Inters, we are absolutely pitting. That's for sure. So we'll just have to see.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight.
I don't know. Having to shave off your whole beard sounds pretty awful. You look like a completely different person.
Lando Norris will lead us.
Let's see if there's any grid penalties.
Just edging out Alex Albon, who'll start from P2.
Knowing our luck, it will be Yuki.
We have Gasly, Leclerc.
Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, okay, let's go Yuki.
Ocon, Bortoletto, Antonelli.
Alright, no grid penalties that actually matter. We're up in P11.
In the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done. Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What are the final?
I never got the option to switch to number one, by the way. It never gave me the option, even though I won the championship.
You know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing
it is Austria reverse,
that
so
vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right, here we go.
Mate, I really got the taste for that champagne last time out, so let's see if we can keep that momentum up and bring another bottle home.
Looks like it would be quicker to just stay on the Inters the whole time. Yeah, I mean, we've got that there, but I mean, 18 seconds, I think that is. That's just crazy. Alright, so it's 25 laps. We're going to put that fuel load right down. We'll go 26.5, right? We could go 26. We are going to be saving a lot of fuel in the rain, right? I mean, if we have to save fuel, we'll save fuel. But, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Let's go. Got the two Mercedes in front of us. We could definitely overtake those tractors. Oh my god. Kick Sauber ahead of them. Then a Haas. So, I don't know about the Haas. The Haas is really good. But the Mercedes and the Kick Saubers, we shouldn't have any issue overtaking them in front of us. I am worried about the cars behind us. We've got Aiden Jackson in the Red Bull, which is a decent car. It's getting there anyway. And then behind him is the Ferrari of Max Verstappen. And then behind him is a Williams. It's Sainz. And then behind them is Cali Mayer. So we've got more dangerous cars behind us already than in front of us. So we're definitely not the only one that had a bad qualifying. And that's kind of the silver lining of this whole season. We're never really the only one to have a bad quali. And we know where the car's pace is at. And I'm sure the team will have no worry, no qualms in me overtaking Yuki. So, considering the championship points and my position in the team, 61% recognition. So, we should have a good time of it. I'm just hoping the leaders don't get too far ahead, because if we do have the pace to catch up, if the likes of Piastri, oh well, not Piastri, I don't know where Piastri is, but if Norris is too far ahead, if Leclerc's too far ahead, I highly doubt we're catching them. We'll see. Piastri is behind us, so that's another guy that didn't do well in quali when he really should have.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
The dream start is Antonelli getting a bad enough start to having to defend against Russell, and then we've got a nice run down the right. Let's see. Antonelli has had a bad start. He does not seem to be fighting Russell though. But I am going to try one. Oh my god. Well, a whole gap right next to Sonoda. Let's go. So Yuki, I'm going to use that as a little bit of a storyline. Yuki defending against Bortoleto there allowed us to get right on through to his side. Bortoleto's trying to make the move. Just going to try and defend that as best I can. Well, look at that. Right up with our teammate in P8 now. Cool. That was definitely a really good move. A really good gap down the right. And it just so happened to be right next to our teammate. Imagine that. I like to think Yuki did that on purpose. Okay, let's see what we can do. There's going to be no DRS, so it's going to be just down to genuine pace. But I really don't want to make an overtake on Sonoda and slow him down. That's like worst nightmare for the team. Best scenario is Yuki slows down and gives me the position. It's not going to happen though. We do have really good speed in turn 1 though. Yeah, there's already gaps starting to form, unfortunately. Sorry, Yuki. I gotta get past, I'm sorry. Come on, I'll give you the slipstream. Not too much though. I don't know if he hit me or anything. I didn't feel anything on my controller, so we might be fine. Okay. Yeah, cool, right. Next up is the Hatters. There seems to be a fight going on ahead. Whew. Clean. There we go. That was a lot cleaner than I thought it might be. But there's the move on Behrman. Next up is the Alpine of Gasly. But yeah, this car actually feels really good around Austria. It's actually crazy. Gasly's over defending that. That's going to be a very easy move around the outside. What was he doing there? Jesus. He made that really easy for me.
Nice move. Good job.
I don't think he was expecting me to have that much speed. But he really should have gone back to the outside before the turn. I don't know what he was doing. Next up is Ocon though. Yeah, 4-second gap up ahead. There's a Williams in P2, that's Albon.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Okay, yeah, seems like it. We're getting quicker. Okay, right. So what, do we try to go till the end of the race on hards? Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know though. I'm going to change to hards just in case. I think it might be a really good idea to do that. And get track position, because it is getting quicker. But it's definitely not time to change just yet.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. So the rain should be stopping anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
The dry line's going to come in quickly, so don't waste any time getting back up to speed. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Okay, it's changing a lot quicker than we thought. That's why we have it on approximate and not perfect. It's good we made the moves when we did.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Let's wait one more lap. One more lap and then we'll make the move. Honestly, we might have to pit again, so we'll go on the mediums, I think. I think the mediums is a safe bet. So I don't know how long the hards will go. Right, it stopped raining. Pretty much. It's literally like spitting now. We'll see what the engineers say. If we get close to the pits and they haven't said anything, I'm going for it. Okay.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of
Definitely,
this lap.
definitely time. Slow down! Jesus, that was scary. Oh, okay. Let's go. Mediums it is.
Okay, off we go. Back into the
Woo!
race. Perfect
I'm excited
job on the
now.
turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Okay, come on. Out, out, out. Go!
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
They're not going to be the greatest at first. But I'm hoping they're better than the Inters at this point. It's a good thing we went for the mediums and not the hards as well, because we get a little bit extra grip. Lando went another lap. Oh my god, they're all going more laps. What is wrong with them? Jesus. They're going more laps. Have we got another set of mediums? Yes, we do. Oh my god, we could just go on another set of mediums. Yeah, now we're going to absolutely smash the fastest lap. The racing line still hasn't quite updated yet, so it's going to be a bit confusing at first. Oh, bit of a slide there. He's still going! What is wrong with these freaks? What the fuck? Why are they still going? Why is nobody pitted? Look at how fast I'm going. How am I still not setting fastest lap, by the way? There's no way the Inters are quicker than the medians. I think the game's throwing some bullshit at me right now, because no fucking way are they going as quick as me right now. That's bullshit. I don't believe it. It's some fucking AI shenanigans. Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally seeing some...
7.3 seconds.
We could have gone later. We could have pitted later, but I mean, it looked so dry. The track wasn't bone dry, but it wasn't raining at all. Very strange. And he's still going! What is wrong with these people? There's Yuki. Oh, that's big. That's big. Smart man.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now.
Yeah, in they go. In they go. I don't know if all of them are in there. Norris is still going. Albon's still going. They gave Piastri and Sainz pit priority? What is going on with McLaren and Williams? Wow. They had so much pace on the Inters. That's crazy. And they're going on hards. That's just not fair. That's not realistic at all. What are they doing? They're just going to go on hards till the end of the race. That's bullshit. That's actually bullshit. I don't believe it. How are they finding so much pace on the fucking Inters? That's just not realistic at all. I'm sorry. DRS wasn't even enabled. So they don't even have that excuse. That's actually bullshit. I can't believe it. And now we're like 5 seconds behind Ocon.
Now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Unbelievable. I actually can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot fucking believe it.
Good job. That was the fastest
Fucking
lap of the race
bullshit.
so
That's
far.
what that is. That's bullshit. That I was gaining no fucking time when I was having much more grip. That's crazy. No, I'm restarting. I'm restarting. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's fucking bullshit. That's just fucking bullshit. There's no fucking way the inters are quicker than the mediums when the track is nearly drying out. It's fucking stupid. Right, not as good as last time, I don't think. Well, only by 1 position, so... Lots of dirty air in turn 2. This game does love to throw out some ridiculousness like that. Right, we'll know when to pit now anyway, so... But yeah, the AI gets some like crazy pace in transitional conditions. It's been like that for as long as I can remember in the F1 games. So, you know, if the game's going to cheat, I'll just restart and then I'll play their game. Fine. But we'll see who wins. Bortoletto and Ocon are fighting. Let's get slipstream on Bortoletto. Does it fucking help? Look at that acceleration. It's crazy. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Ugh, unbelievable. And they gained so much time versus me for doing that as well. Like, didn't I overtake Ocon during the Inter stint? And he was like he gained 5 seconds on me, even though in real life that would just, I would have way more grip. They really need to improve AI pace or decrease AI pace in mixed conditions. It is complete bullshit. Anyway, so I'm going to pit on lap 8 now instead. That's what we're doing. Lap 8. Watch my luck now. We'll get like a safety car or something. Sonoda's up in P5 though. So at least we've got a bone thrown our way. What the why are they slowing down so much? Jesus, what is this game doing to me today? Dirty dive bomb, but whatever.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Bit of a late break. We'll be fine though. There we go. Alright, let's get after Behrman. So we're basically going to do the exact same strategy as we did earlier, like pitting early onto the mediums, but just a few laps later because the AI are just overpowered in the wet. Or not in the wet, just in mixed conditions when it's transitioning back to dry. They seem to, I don't know, maybe the AI coding gets all confused or something and it tries to just do some mix between the wet and the dry AI or whatever. But the game has always been like that. Usually, in recorded and edited episodes, I can obviously just restart and go from there. You guys will never notice, but in a stream, yeah. I have to have it a little bit longer. But at least you see firsthand that issue, right? Especially on the higher difficulties, it is a big problem. But it doesn't rain nearly enough throughout a season for everybody to really start reporting it.
The rain's passing now, so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes.
Alright, next up is Sonoda, who's done a much better job at keeping up with Leclerc than Gasly was. Was it Gasly? I don't know, I can't remember. I think it is. Yeah, Gasly's actually in front of Leclerc right now. And then Albon in P2. What a weird podium. Well, not really weird. Lando's leading, but he's not that far away from Albon.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
We still would have got like a really good position in that original take, but you know, it should have been a lot better if the game actually worked as it should, right? I'm sorry, but in a drying track, mediums are going to be so much quicker than the inters. It's not even close.
It's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Yeah, apparently so. Jesus. Well, I'm not going to try too hard to catch up to
the car behind
Sonoda.
is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
If we catch up, we catch up, right? I'm not going to try too hard to overtake him, though, because he's got a really good gap away from Behrman. And I don't want to ruin that for him. Oh yeah, and they went on the hards as well. That was another thing. I don't know when they pit though. I can't remember. Was it lap 10? Lap 9? I'm going to go lap 8 just to be sure. But, oh yeah, we'll be going on the hards now. Because they want to go till the end of the race. See, if they went on the mediums like me, we still could have had, like, something cool out of it, right? Look at how heated those tyres were then, Jesus. When we were going around that corner. Well, we are catching up to Yuki. Slowly but surely. I wish we could send out an instruction for him to let us past, but regardless, it wouldn't be needed right now anyway. We are definitely the quickest car on circuit, I think. Definitely seems that way. Lando only pushed the 112 there. Could we maybe go one more lap? I don't want to push it too far just in case they put it at the same time as us. I really don't. Yeah, I'm just going to
Right, let's
pit
have you
this
in at
lap.
the end of this lap, please.
Yeah, I remember now. Yuki pit on lap 9. So we'll go lap 8. This is our lap. This is our lap. And then Yuki goes next. To be fair, the inters do feel pretty quick. They really shouldn't be quicker than mediums though at this stage, but apparently they were pretty equal. Doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. The inters are overpowered as fuck. By the way, if you guys remember, was it season 2 or was it season 1? We had that one race in Singapore where we're on the inters on a full wet circuit, and yet we were just walking away with the race win. Oh god, yep, didn't slow down enough. I knew that was going to be an issue. Okay. It was nearly an issue earlier. Really doesn't have enough grip to slow down properly, but... Okay. Hard tyres. Let's go.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Alright. That should make up a ton of time for us.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
I don't know how much, but we'll see, we'll see. Doesn't help that we really have to slow down through this turn when they can go a lot quicker. I don't think we'll be able to overtake the race leaders, so we'll see how close we get to them, but... yeah, here we go. They're all in the pits now.
Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Lando and Albon will still be going for another lap. There's us overtaking a bunch of cars.
Reminder that you can play around with the RS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge.
Whew, that was clean. That was about as clean as you could have gotten.
Okay, mate, that's Yuki behind you. It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please.
Tell them to stay behind me. Why is that my problem? You know, for a second there I thought they were telling me to let him pass, which I would have responded with a big fuck you, considering my place in the championship.
DRS has been
and
enabled.
my pace.
DRS is now enabled.
But hey, maybe we can drag Sonoda up with us. Alright, there we go. I can see the cars ahead.
Is around 3 seconds.
And we are the quickest on track, for now. I think they're still yet to do a full lap. Don't know where Albon and Norris are. Really kicking myself for the qualifying position, I won't lie. If we don't win, we're going to get close, and it will be all because of the really bad quali position. We are gaining time though, we're definitely quickest.
the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Oops. Took that really tight.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.6 seconds.
Okay. Shit. We're not the fastest
so
on
we're
track
leading our
anymore.
teammate by
DRS.
2.2
Fuck, man.
seconds.
Man, fuck DRS. I can't wait till they get rid of that. Honestly, we could have kept the original race and it would be around the same
Conditions still
position.
looking good.
We have got a better Yuki position out of it though, so... You know, you win some, you lose some. You win some, you still lose some, apparently, for me.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it.
Right, we're still gaining, and we did just set the fastest lap, so that's a really good sign. Car gets unsettled out of that corner. Come on.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Nope.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.6 seconds.
Much better. They're still gaining a ton of time out of that though. Fucking hell, man. They really got to fix that AI acceleration. Hopefully with the new regulations they can do something now about that. And we won't have too much of an issue, because that's the biggest problem of three of the last 4 F1 games. Only F1 23 doesn't have that issue. Running out of fuel. Fuck, man. We really should have done better in qualifying. What's it going to do? I think it will just put me in low fuel mode, won't it? P3 looks to be the peak. If we could get P3, build a bit of a gap. Start saving fuel. We're in DRS range now.
Okay, I got some information on Hadja. Okay, they're out of this race. Okay, mate, we're currently burning through fuel a bit quicker than we'd like, so let's try and make it last for now, please. Green flag.
Come on, give us a safety car. Then I won't have to worry about fuel at all. He's in the middle of the track, I can see him, what the fuck? Game, really? That's a yellow flag if I've ever seen one. That's at the very least the VFC. Jesus. But that was a Ferrari, that was Verstappen, by the way. Verstappen has spun out. I'm getting a fuckload of dirty air now. I'm missing that grip. I don't think we're going to catch Leclerc. It's not a podium. That's all because of qualifying. We will catch Gasly though. That is such a shame. If we had a better quali, that could have been the race win. I need more fucking ERS. Yeah. I thought I'd be able to, you know, do what I did to Behrman earlier, but it's not to be. They're way too quick in the straights, this AI, man. I don't know where they get that fucking acceleration from, it's crazy. The field is balanced out, nearly, so they really shouldn't be having this much pace. Alright, I'm making the move here.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Let's do a couple of laps of just pushing. Try and see if we can get Leclerc.
We're catching the car ahead. Well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
Oh, good. No, I don't think we're catching Leclerc. Alright, let's just focus on keeping P4. Such a shame, man. If I had better qualifying, could have been an easy win.
Gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
I mean, look at the pace that Albon and Norris had. That's absolutely insane. Yuki's going to get a big points haul for the team, though. That's the main thing.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Gasly might be an issue. He's pretty slow coming out of there, though.
Gap ahead.
Must be a lot more dirty air.
Seconds.
I do want to save more ERS though, just to make sure we make it to the end. Yeah, Williams might actually overtake us in the Constructors, given Albon's performances as of late. What? How did I get DRS? I'll take it, but what the fuck? That's odd. Oh no, Sonoda! No!
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Sonoda's losing the position to Behrman. That's rough. You might be able to get it back, but I highly doubt it.
And gap to the car in front. 2.7 seconds.
He is right behind him. Let's see if he can make the overtake and get that P6 back. P7 is still good for our teammate, but yeah, we really should have maximised the points. Behrman's been catching up over time then, because that means... Yeah, because Yuki was like in a world of his own. Lando Norris gets another win. As we now come around the final corner with a disappointing P4. Had we had a good quali, you know, that would have been a lot better.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Maybe we would have been fighting for the win. A podium it absolutely would have been. Such a shame. For once, that wasn't the car's fault. The car felt perfect this weekend. That was all on me.
It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
I don't know if Yuki got the position back.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
He might have, I don't know. We'll see. But I think that means Lando retakes the lead of the championship. Maybe Leclerc did enough to keep it, though. And I think Leclerc's done enough to keep it for now.
It's points and a trip to the podium.
That is another podium for Albon and Williams. Very strong car.
Deserved win today for Lando Norris.
Okay, right. Let's have a look at the standings then.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport
action. Tsunoda didn't get it back. That's a shame.
Be sure to join us when we come back with more.
That Haas is good, man. That Haas is really good. Yeah, Verstappen spun out at some point. He's down in P19. Hadjar had an engine failure. I'm surprised Verstappen spinning out didn't cause a safety car, to be quite honest with you. Let's look at the championship. We've jumped up. We've moved up to P3 because Piastri didn't even score points this weekend. So that's a little silver lining. We're not actually that far away. We're still about 20 points off of the top. But we're still in it, right? And Gasly's overtaken Verstappen. The two Williams are there. Williams might be getting a lot closer to us, but Tsunoda has a big points haul for him, right? That's 8 points, I think that is? I don't know. I can't really see. But he's on 17 points now. I think it's 6 points. I think it's 6. Either way. Yeah, because he was on 11 before. So a good points haul there for Tsunoda. He should still be doing better, but he's scoring points at the very least. I think that's the thing we should be happy about. But yeah, McLaren quite a far ahead of Ferrari. What even happened to Verstappen, man? Yeah, so Verstappen at some point was like, I think he'd moved up to P11. Let's have a look. Yeah, so down goes Verstappen. And he was stuck there for a while. Oh, yeah, okay. So when I saw him, he wasn't on track. So he was chasing down Esteban Ocon in the dry on new hards. Just completely loses it. A massive whiff of dirty air, I bet. And he had to just sit off track and let everybody pass. Okay, so that wasn't safety car worthy. Either way, P4 is still a good result for us in the grand scheme of things, right? But it absolutely should have been better. But we are actually beating Piastri in the championship rivalry. So that's good at least, right? Rating rivalry, we're now in a rivalry with Piastri for that. I feel like we'll do good for the rating rivalry. The championship rivalry, though, I don't know. I think Piastri will start getting some much better results. But, yeah. Not bad. All right, let's go back to the home menu just to see if there's any secret meetings. And then we'll be wrapping up today's episode. It's only just gone midnight, so not bad, not bad. Obviously a lot longer than I intended. Secret meeting?
You have a new
no,
rival.
Okay, nothing.
This is the perfect opportunity to show the world why you belong in this sport. And to show me why you belong amongst my very exclusive
Shut up,
clientele.
please.
That's a joke. I love working with you.
Whatever. Right, let's get these weekly resources in. No secret meetings. I don't know if we're going to get any more. Maybe we've progressed too far through the season. I don't know. But, let's get some aerodynamics in. So we could go for this one, which is an ultimate part. Insufficient points. Oh, I'm just missing out. Ultimate parts, man. Jesus, we've got a major part here. Even if we rush it, we won't get it in time for Britain. Tertiary wing flaps. We could get this in time for Britain. It's only a minor one, though, so it's really not worth wasting it for now. We could get some rear downforce. I want something to do with the fronts, though. What have we got here? This is a major one. So we could go for that one, or we could wait for some extra points for drag reduction. Honestly, I'm going to go with the front downforce. I feel like we need a bit more of that. So let's upgrade the nose. We'll do that. Okay. Well, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this episode of F125 Driver Career Mode. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. We'll be back tomorrow for the British Grand Prix in reverse, which I'm quite excited for. The home Grand Prix for both Aston Martin and myself. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.